No one lives up this road up the hill against flood traffic, come up and then all of a sudden there's like motherfucker with dodgy headlights up my backside. There's a dead end here. I thought he was going to follow me around the corner, but it looks like he's stopped. There's an entry point to the underworld over there, I was just saying. But yeah. Oh, look what's here. I haven't got my knife on because the battery situation is just beyond it. It's not quite fixed, it's nearly fixed. It'll be fixed by the end of today, I hope.
So, it would then be.
You can find a tree up there. Not saying it's fine, but I certainly can't see a plane in front of it. See a shadow? Everything I look at gets a bloody shadow around it these days, it seems. You got one? Right, let's go. Mate. It's Jesse, he's actually a shapie. That's why he's got a shadow. So he had some headlight issues. They're going to start streaming them down here because I think on the map it looks like it's real close to me. But this happened last time I came here, they streamed through here. They can't actually get to where I am. There was one that followed me, but he stayed at the top. Looks like his front wheel smaller than his back wheel, so that suggests this is a shapie.
So, it would then be.
And that thing's still crazy. It's going to go to another spot. I haven't got not the big camera, so it feels a bit funny. Peripheral vision, I thought I saw another shapie coming in. There it is. Drives like a shapie. Yeah, that's one. It's got to be on, sure. Completely lost Vegas when I went to photograph it. It's often a sign of a psychopathic, shaped out climb. How the fuck did I get into that first time? That's really... It's changed. Let's see this one. This wasn't like this before. another shapie rocking up. You know, they could not be working there. It could be a big shape factory. I don't know what the fuck that is down there. It's a caravan park there. Oh, stop that time, it's wheels, man. Looks so different.
So, it would then be.
What's that? That's your Flinders Hospital. Looks nothing. This thing's still going. If there's a real plane, it would have been out here. You wouldn't be able to see it anymore. I don't expect, unless I have ascended already to such high states that I can see about 300 k's, which will not beyond the realms. I can see a long way, miles, but still. A little bit different from when I was last here. This is new. Horse places, huh? Where's this guy? Anyhow, let's be boring. I've definitely been getting a mower up here, something. Yeah, genuinely, it seems like I look at things, and they do get a shadow around them, and then it stays there. It sounds fucking strange. I've got a golf club that's been balancing in my room for about, I don't know, at least 2 weeks, maybe longer, maybe 3 weeks. Not on a soft surface either. It's balancing on 2 rocks. It's kind of found the spot, right? The orbs helped me out, bam, it stays there. But in doing that a little while ago, I noticed that there's and I didn't see it at the time, I saw it with the video footage afterwards. Where'd he go? There's this shadow, just boom, stays there, right? And it's like, I'm noticing it quite a bit now. I'm wondering if it's, I've been thinking along the lines that it's like a chi shadow, you know, like, it's been balanced in this silver bowl, like bowl, B-O-W-L, and it'll get to these spots where it's like, because I balance that and I balance a spoon on top of it, right? It's been playing around with a little gold, I think they're gold plated little spoons that have been my family for a long time. I found them and they've been in the box forever, so I was like, oh, just play with these spoons. Yeah, that's where I'm at, playing with spoons. Anyhow, it's true. What was I saying? Oh yes, I noticed it with the silver bowl. That once I find the balance point and it stays on this balance point, and I find if here come all the shapies, it maybe work at the place, but you know, I'm not convinced at this point. Only one's coming out there. There was a number of them. Right, can't see any in there. Lower there. And something just shot me a fucking headache. No shit. So I'm well within range here, obviously, as well, which is disheartening, but you know, such is life. Anyhow, my story. Where's my story at? If I look at the phone check time, it was 3:33. So that was a Freemason that hit me with a fucking headache. Yeah, I thought that maybe this bowl was getting caught. It felt like it was almost getting caught on the. I'm balancing it on top of another bowl, on the side of a bowl, right? Maybe I have to show it at some point. The bowl, and then I balance a spoon and the bowl on top of a bowl. Just cause, right? Just cause. Yeah, but I thought maybe I'd somehow locked the bowl into the other bowl, because it would I'd move it a bit with the spoon. Yeah, as I'm trying to find the right point, and it works best if you do it both at the same time. Though, it's much easier if you're balancing more than one thing. It's actually easier than balancing one thing, I found, because there's more. Well, yeah, there's more opportunities to correct. There's more opportunities to find the point. I find anyway. Yeah, I'm not here to talk about that. My phone's about to die. Let's start the story again. Right. So I came here to get the sunrise. It's getting sloggy over there again already. And I kind of had forgotten that old mate Manny was right behind. Let's tell a story. Right. I thought that the top bowl was getting like got it sitting on its handle, and I thought it had locked in, because I'd go to move it and there'd be a force that pulled it back into the position. I'm like, oh, it's clicked over the thing, it's locked. It's like, but no, I checked. That's not what was happening, and I've done this a few times now. It was getting pulled just slightly, just enough, with the same force that I suppose gravity would pull it away. Actually, seems like it's a stronger force in there, because it was pulling more than it does if I'm trying to find the balance point. So it's stronger force than gravity, whatever the fuck gravity is. I can't say density. It doesn't really. Anyway, whatever. The birds in here. Yeah, it wasn't locked. I think I've already said it wasn't locked in. It wasn't clicked in. It was getting pulled back to the balance point, to the bit that I'd found. And what I do is I find the balance point where it is, and I know this from the beginning, because I was just sort of half mucking around doing it. And that
So, it would then be.
It's fucking bullshit. It's telling me there's not enough space. I cleared space on the card, and it's telling me there's not enough on the device or on the SD card, which I dispute. Big deal. It's going to be disputing it. But fuck, I'll check when I get in. I bumped all the filming and photographing capabilities up to max about a week ago, and it's quite incredible work. As you'd expect, it captures a whole lot more. It looks quite good. So I left it that way, but it churns through the freaking data pretty fast. As you'd also expect. No real surprise there, but it's taking me a bit of time to get used to the change, because it's burning through the card, and I'm going to try and get a bigger card when I get the dollars to afford to do it. Hey, that was my two birds. I couldn't show you. That was my two little parakeets. They always fly over my head. Well, I don't imagine it's the same two every time. Maybe it is. But they just fly over my head, directly over my head, at a different location, as they always do. Every location that's outside, they fly over my head. But anyhow, let's look at the time. Check the time. I think it said 1:11. I'm not crediting that to no fucking neural network bullshit. I'm giving myself the credit for that, and I'm going to say my higher self, or the other parts of me that sink that in, just as an aside. And that's an aside to the main bit, which I can't really remember what that was. I was talking about the bowl. It started with the shadow. So when I look at it, and that's right, I push a bit of energy out, and that's when the gold club, as I did the bit of energy, formed at the same time. boom, it locks into place. And this is something that happened a long time ago with the crystal, which that's another story. I haven't got the crystal anymore. I think it was an orchestrated thing to help trying to fuck me up, that I actually dropped out of my belt or I'd keep it in. I was down the Esplanade getting fucked up by arsehole shapies and whatnot. But I did learn that the clouds and the old crew came and they helped me. They were on my side, and that was good. But what wasn't good is I lost my crystal. But I went back down there, it was gone. I had that feeling something dropped. Then I looked, I couldn't see anything, but I was all out of it. I was getting those fucking lights being shot at me from left, right, and centre. I had it for hours. I didn't get off topic. Yeah, when I first did that crystal a long time back, and I put it on YouTube just to document it because it felt like something at the time. I went to put it on the top of my crystal ball, as I used to do. And it was like it went, shoom, and like pooks it. I used to sort of balance it on top of the thing, like I used to put it on a special thing and then put it on top, right? But then I just tried without it, and it's not saying it's any great feat, but it went, shoom, it's like it got pulled from my hand, shoom, and something else put it into position and it stayed there. And then after that time, every time I just went near it, it would just stay on there. Never had any problem balancing it. At one point when I was trying to keep it there, after I was being real careful, after it had magnetically put itself into position, so I felt. And I think that's what happened, in a sense, just a different type of magnetism. I knocked it at one point and it just spun around the crystal bowl. I don't even know if this is recording. The whole thing's turned off. It still is apparently. Anyhow, so I push a bit of energy. So what I do with the silver BOWLs and the SPOO, I basically set them into position by pushing with my hand, pushing a bit of energy out, and I feel the one. I'm just doing it now. You can't see it because I've got fucking data issues among the rest, among a number of other issues, no doubt. I stand on this hill, on the edge of a hill, on the edge of someone's property, waiting for the sun to come up, which it's very bright. You think it would have come up a long time ago, looking at how light the sky is. It's pointless because I can't film it anyway and show you what I was, getting off topic. When I set it, and I'm doing it now, I get an instant full of this heat, right? Heat generates around my hand by focusing, and it's come out. You see it when videos anyway, if I should. And flash and bring the orbs out and that sort of stuff. It's quite visible. It's like a indigo red, distinct inch probably around my hand, and there'll be like a white light around that. So now that shadow, which I can just pull out on at will, right? Which everyone I'm sure can. It's just that, for example, the other night I was showing a discussion about this type of thing, and I was showing a mate, like, so look at my hand, and I did the thing, and I had like about, whatever it was, probably 2 centimetres, nearly an inch, of an additional black shadow around me, right? Which is what I guess. It's light, but it looks like a black shadow. I was explaining to him that, and he was receptive to it, and he put his hand out looking, he didn't have it. I said, you have it as soon as we mention it, we talk about it. That's what I've noticed happens. And then sure enough, boom, start the camera again, his hand's out there, and straight away we can see his shadow, his aura. Couldn't see it the first time, I can barely see it. Same happened when I did it with my sister, did it with my nephew, did it with another mate. It's been a gradual thing every now and again when anyone's receptive enough to hearing about the orbs and that sort of thing. It's only a matter of time till I'm, let me show you, I got the camera, and I'm like, and then they see the hand shadow, and then boys, they don't have it until you talk about it, and then they've got it, which tells me that we've all got it. It's just that we're never taught about it. So imagine if you taught about it from when you're, there's a lot of things like that that obviously either were better at another time or will be better in the future, because it's important things that there's empowering information, I think. It's knowledge. Anyhow, what the fuck am I talking about? Alright, well, that same shadow, when I set things into position, I'm balancing it, but boom, and like you do it straight away, something will just be balanced. Boom. Not every time, but I'll balance some things that have been quite incredible and impressive to me at the time. I'm not saying it's all me, it's me and the orbs that I take. That's how I see it works, because when I set it, it's like I set like an orb on there kind of thing, and like as a reflection they look back at me and I'm like, yeah, you good, you got it, yep. And then they'll fuck with me where it will like move the thing, like they're just like fuck, they like to have a bit of a laugh, in my opinion. So anyhow, I think this whole thing started. When I've noticed it, looking at something I can get the shadow around it, and then it stays on there. And that's how some of these things are staying just set in position in ways that are quite tricky. I mean, everything's got its balance point. I've said to my nephews, everything's got its balance point. It's just a matter of finding it. You see people do it with the rocks and stuff, and that's what I started doing after seeing that. I was playing around with that, and that's when I played with the golf club. And yeah. So maybe the cars that I'm seeing with the freaking shadows around them, I sort of only assume that they're shapies and whatnot. Or fuck, maybe I'm just putting that shadow around them when I look at them, and then it stays on there. Something like that may be happening with the wheels. Because another thing, if I spin a spinning top, it sounds pretty random when I say this. Oh, fuck, I would like to show those two birds. There's 4 birds, they came together, and they split, and they went left and right, 2 and 2, and now these other different 2 come straight over my head. That's fantastic. Just have to imagine that. It wasn't a very good description. They lost a bit in the retelling, well, in the telling, and then kind of need to see it. I haven't put this footage up yet. I keep meaning to, but then things happen, and it's just something that I've been trying to understand. Yeah, I spin a spinning top, and I do it the same metal bowls. I noticed it, right? I'd go boom, I'd push energy out my hand, and I noticed it initially because it was like I'd get a little thing connecting us, and I feel the heat in my hand like I'm feeling right now. And the spinning top would stand up more, and it's got a magnet in it because it was kind of working off doing what Magnetic Man showed a long time ago. He makes his own, but it's based on I can't remember what it's called. It's based on what was originally a toy, which seems to have been hidden away from public consumption or view. When I say Levitron, I don't know, maybe it was that. Where you basically levitate the spinning top that's got a magnet in it. I tried to replicate it myself, to show my nephews and that, and I just kept failing. But I did notice in doing that it really brought the spirits out, like big time. The orbs and that, loved it. And you get a warmth from the energy anyhow. So I noticed I resurrected the spinning top thing a little while back, just playing around. Just like playing with spoons, that's what I do. There's another bird. Hey. He just did a cruise curve last minute. He was heading towards me. I noticed if I pushed my energy towards it, this spinning top would stand up. Like stand up, it would just find the balance point and stand up perfectly. And because a lot of these weren't quite balanced because I'm making it myself, they're pretty shit. And so I was like, oh, that's tripped out. And so then I started doing it in the bowl, but I filmed it, right? With my phone, with the camera. And I noticed that here comes the sun, I think, kind of. Oh yeah, get a shapie siren in there, it's beautiful. Yeah, I noticed. That's right. So I did it a number of times, and it I could see it visually. Oh yeah, it would like correct the flow. Like it was working, and they would spin for fucking ages when I did that. And I was doing it from further and further away, like from a few minutes, and it would work. Oh, cool. So then I'll just film this to see how it comes out, and to my surprise, because there's ones I didn't think really were working at times. I was like, no, I'm fucking up here. I was blaming myself, blah blah blah, bad mood, whatever. Getting shitty. For no good reasons, as often we're too hard on ourselves. I'm talking for all of myself. I'm going to check if it's still recording, because I don't think it is. It still is. Oh, 10 minutes, it's probably going nowhere. In looking at the footage, to my surprise, and I've got there's a handful that show it really well, which I would like to put up at some point, because somebody might be able to help understand what this is, at least visually. And it could just be a pure visual illusion. Each time I push the spinning top on the P900 and on the phone, it would look to slow down, stop spinning, because I spin them clockwise, right? And it would look to slow, and as it straightened itself out, this could just be a visual trick, it would look like it would slow down to a complete stop. It's like there's a bit where there's like rough bits that are sticking, and they would just be sitting there as if you could just like stopped. And then it would go, start spinning the opposite direction and pick up speed. Like each time. So it would look to my eyes at the time, it didn't look like it was doing that. It just would look like it was straighten up. But on the camera, it looks dead set like it stops and then starts spinning in the other direction. And then after a bit, it can then do it the other way. Stop and then start spinning. That's what it looks like. Right? Probably just a visual thing. And I was thinking, well, I wonder if that's similar to what's happening with with the wheels. Often I'm not focusing on these wheels, and it's after the fact that I'm like, often at the time I'm like, yeah, that's a shapie. I've looked at ones from way back where, I think even back then I said it's a shapie. Anyway, I was thinking, oh, that's possibly a similar effect to the spinning top. But yeah, I don't know. Well, the sun's threatening to come up over the other side of that hill. No one can see it because I've got no capability to film it. I can't at home trying to charge the battery, which should have been ready to come out, but it wasn't. I've not managed my data very well on the phone, it would seem, so that's out. And there goes another. Who the fuck's he driving now? Shapie? Must be, gotta be driving up there. Yeah, it's nice to come out here. Oops. I'm gonna wander off. Oh, it's probably going to. But even if it does go nowhere, thank you. Much love. Bye bye. Before it would do that, right, it basically looked like it wasn't. It looked like it would just sort of almost be wanting to hover. Then if it was dying a bit, I'd throw it a bit more like this and it would straighten up. But I reckon the balance is right out. My balance is right out. My patience is not helping the situation. I'm annoyed with the camera. I should be letting that go. So I don't think I'm not helping. It's not helping the situation. I'm hindering. And the spinning top is not actually balanced like it was balanced, but no, it's not. It was close to balanced. It was never properly balanced. But now, a combination of whole weight and balance, it's just throwing us out of whack. As soon as I would do that, it would just basically straighten up, like knock over the edge, but I think I was doing it much subtler than I am now. Now I'm like forcing things down and just getting ridiculous about stuff. It was working well from a metre or two now, so whingy boy. Almost appeared to settle it more that time like it was, but when I'm throwing these in, it seems to be knocking it, whereas I think it's got a lot to do with attitude and lack of feeling like doing a bit. This should fucking really work. It doesn't work like that anymore. It's, for that long, but apparently I can remember back when the Nikon used to do that. There was
So it would then be intervals once again that could be the significant connecting factors in a developmental pattern of an individual through a series of incarnations.